I thought we were fairly dominant for most of the game, but just couldn't put them away, to be honest with you. I think, full marks to the Kiwis. They just keep hanging in there, come up with special efforts that, keep them in the game. So a bit scary at the end, of course, but I thought we'd done enough to win the game. But, I think we'll need to play better next time if we get the chance to play against them.
How does it compare with the Perth performance, Mel? How we run line through the two of them?
I think the Kiwis played really well, but I thought our performance was even better than the Perth game. To be honest with you, that's my personal opinion. The way we executed the things we asked the players to improve on, I thought we did that. I thought defensively we're very good, for most of the game. It wasn't sort of until Sean Johnson started to run and do some individual brilliance that started to worry us a bit. But I thought defensively were outstanding, and things we asked them to do with the football, I thought we didn't quite execute as well as we could have.
Like Ferguson's performance was
Outstanding, and it was trademarked by when he made that run in our in goal. I thought that was a really important moment for us, for the team. So if they put us into in goal there, they're tapping our try line and had us under the pump. So, but I thought his run was exceptional.
Obviously, he came into the side because of Josh's injury. Does that make it even more important, that performance, because of that? Or?
No, not really. I think he's been playing really well for us. On the right wing, all the test matches this year, he's been very, very good.
How's Jonathan Thurston? Sore a bit there?
Just a bit sore. Just got a couple of knocks at the back end of the game. But he's okay. He's a bit weary, a bit fatigued, and a bit sore, but he'll be right for next week.
Mel, would you say the starting side for next week's pretty settled, or have you got a few hard decisions, or what are your thoughts?
I said to the players that we'll pick close to our test team next week. So obviously Cooper comes back into the football side, and the majority of the players that play tonight will be there as well.
What's causing you the most headache?
Well, Josh's injuries sort of in a way solved a bit of a problem on our wings. The right side, I think, I thought Justin O'Neill went very well tonight. So it's put a bit of pressure on Josh Dugan, so we've got to make some decisions there. I think our left side's pretty well settled. I think the back row's pretty settled, and probably our bench. What we do off the bench would be probably the main decision we make next week.
Cameron pretty dominant in the first half. Did you think you might have sort of gone on with it more in the second?
After we scored our second, it was at 10-0. I would have liked us to go on with it a bit better than what we did. I think overall the performance tonight we were probably at about 75%, 80% of our capabilities. I think we built some good pressure at times, but we allowed the Kiwis back into the game, and you got to give those guys credit. They took their opportunities, and as Mal said, we had opportunities to score a few more points out there tonight, but it was stopped by the desperation and the scramble by them. It's nice to come away with a victory against the Kiwis with some work to do. We weren't at our best, and it was a different side to what we played against them in Perth. So we played quite well for the most part of the match, but there's a few things that I'd like to improve on for the next time we play them if we get the opportunity again.
No, well that first half an hour, was that as good as you see from your side since you've been in charge?
I thought our control, our field position game was very similar to what we did in Newcastle in the Anzac Test match. It was a really good performance, but we weren't quite where we should be. So it's as Cameron said, we'd like to have gone on with the game when we could have, but that's New Zealand at the moment. You look at them last week when they played against the English. They were pretty slow starters, but they just keep on getting themselves back in the game, and they find a way to win, or they find a way to be hanging out at the back end of the game like they did tonight.
Did you say you thought of the England game at all before?
I had a bit of a look, yeah.
What do you reckon?
Oh, I probably thought they knew that they were going to win the footy game, and Scotland took it to them early in the game, and I think half time was probably a blessing for them. I think Wayne might have got them, off their backsides and started to compete a bit better than what they probably should have in the first.
Cameron, the performance of David Clemmer, the vigour he provided,
Yeah.
you must have really enjoyed that.
Yeah, he was very good, very good. I thought the two big boys off the bench tonight were outstanding. They brought a lot of energy and to our side, which is what we ask our benchies to do. He's been great the last two matches. And he thrives on the big games and enjoys playing against the other quality forward packs. And I think he's put his name right in the frame for obviously next week, and hopefully we can get through the final and he'll be there again.
How important is it your outside backs coming out of yardage, especially that first half?
They're very good at it, aren't they? Their back five is doing a fantastic job for us and makes it easy for our forwards, and makes it easy to win that field position. So winning your first few plays on a kick reception is really important for the team, and they've been excelling in that all year.
What challenges do you expect England to throw at you next weekend?
Well, they'll be motivated. They'll have a good attitude to it all. They probably wouldn't have been happy with their performance tonight, so they obviously want to try to improve on what they did tonight. They have to win, next week, so they'll be desperate, and we've got to counteract that, by obviously keep on doing the things we're doing and try to execute a bit better than what we did tonight.
I guess you've got no real margin for error.
No
margin for error. I mean, you could lose next week and go out.
Yeah, well, on points for and against, yeah, but it depends on how the Kiwis perform against Scotland next week. Yeah, but we'll just see what happens. I think they beat us by 50. They're in.
You looking forward to coaching against Wayne next week?
Oh, it's not about me and him. It's about the teams. He'll want to have his English side really well prepared. Same here. At the end of the day, it comes down to the players and what they do on the footy field, or what they do through the week and what they do on the footy field. So, it's we'll prepare well and try to play as well as we can.
Cameron, what's changed over the last 3 games against the Kiwis? Why has Australia become dominant again?
I just think we've played better than what we have over the last couple of years. We've played as one, I guess, rather than relying on some individuals to try and get the team across the line. And I think that's one of the biggest assets that Mao brings to the side is self-belief and encouraging belief in your teammates. So all you need to worry about game day is going out and doing your job and playing your role for the team. And you can see the way that the young guys and the debutants have played on this tour so far, including the Perth game. They've just gone out in that field with a lot of confidence and got the job done. So I think that's the biggest difference. We've regained our confidence in ourselves and haven't really focused on opposition a whole heap. It's just been about preparing well throughout the week and giving ourselves an opportunity of showcasing what we can do on game day.
So do you think you've got the psychological edge again on the Kiwis?
Oh, look, I'm not too sure. We're obviously very confident within ourselves that we can go out and play well and beat the Kiwis. We turned up here tonight and knew if we played close to our best for the most part of the game, that we'd be there at the end. I'm not too sure what the Kiwis are thinking. I've seen comments during the week that the 2 losses previous to this game that hasn't knocked their confidence at all. But as I said before, our focus has just been on ourselves, and that's where it'll stay for the next game, and hopefully another one up in Liverpool.
Any more questions? Thank you.
Thanks.